You know, one of my abiding memories as a child was age 6. It was Christmas Day. I was sat in front of the television set in quiet anticipation, waiting for my dad to finish foostering and fumbling with the various cables that made my very first games console work. After what seemed like 7 millennia, he finally hit the power switch and I heard this for the first time. Sega! Who out there who owned a Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, as known in North America, didn't play Sonic the Hedgehog? I mean, for many people, it was the game that shipped with the console. But this wasn't always the case. When the Mega Drive came out first, it shipped with an arcade port of a Japanese game called Altered Beast. It's been ages since I played this game, but from what I can remember, you take control of some nameless dude that I'm going to dub
Big McLarge Huge,
who's been resurrected in order to save some dude's daughter. Throughout the levels,
Big McLarge Huge
defeats various enemies, collects these blue power-up thingies, and when you collect enough of them, well, this happens. As one of my first gaming experiences, Altered Beast was a weird introduction to the world of video games. Although now I know that this wasn't the weirdest game ever made, that honour and glory more than likely goes to Samurai Zombie Nation, which gave the world
Naked Zombie Sean Connery.
Fast forward a couple of years and obviously I was still playing my Sega Mega Drive. A game I remember kind of enjoying growing up was developed by Electronic Arts, and it was a game called The Haunting starring Poltergeist. In this, you take control of a dead teenage boy. Time has passed since I played this, but I don't recall being told how Poltergeist actually died. Maybe it was in a foolish stunt in which he cycled a unicycle while he juggled chainsaws that were on fire! But enough of my made up backstory. Bullshit, you bop around the place doing what Poltergeist do best. That is to scare the ever-living fudge on the poor bastards who happen to be living in the house you're haunting. My abiding memory of playing this game was dying. A lot. Which poses an interesting question. How do you kill a poltergeist which by its very nature is already dead? I don't know, you could call the Ghostbusters in, that could work. Or you could contact a holy person from whatever faith you happen to believe in. No. I've got it. You grab a crucifix soaked in olive oil. That should kill the little fucker. My bad, that's how you kill demons. Anyway, a game I remember not only kind of liking, but absolutely adoring from the 16-bit era of gaming was developed by LucasArts, and it was a game called Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I'm not even kidding. This game was fucking awesome. It managed not only to take the piss out of horror films, but was also a celebration of them too. In this game, you took control of either Zeke or Julie, who were on a mission to save their neighbourhood from the twisted abominations of science created by Dr. Tongue. This game was creative, it was fun, but the difficulty level in this game was insane. Anyone who has ever played this game has experienced untold levels of frustration trying to beat it. I tried in vain for years to beat this, but could only get as far as the boss battle with the giant baby. But for those who are actually skillful enough to beat this game, their time and effort spent playing it was rewarded with one of the greatest closing title credit sequences ever, which saw you running around a level based on the real life offices of LucasArts where the game was made. It also featured cartoon versions of the people who made this game, and you wander over to them to find out what their involvement in this game was. All that wasn't enough, Zombies Ate My Neighbors also had the honour and glory of having one of the greatest soundtracks to a game in the 16-bit era. Humming that shit for days. By the time I was playing Zombies Ate My Neighbors, I owned a Super Nintendo. So imagine my excitement when I went down to my local video shop to see Mortal Kombat, a game I played on the arcade, sitting on the shelf available for me to rent. I took that home, popped the son of a bitch in. What in the name of fuck is this horse shit? Where's the blood? Where's the gore? Only fucking thing that made me want to play this game in the fucking first place.
This little scrotum sucker deceived us!
You probably have questions right now. First one more than likely is, why are you ranting about Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo? Shut up, that's why. Second question you more than likely have is, well, why didn't you just pick up a video game magazine back in the day? This shit was flagged way in advance. Well, here's the thing, when I was growing up I didn't pay attention to video game magazines. The way I knew a new game was coming out was when it was sitting in the new releases section in the game aisle in the shop where I used to rent my videos from. I'm not here to bitch about Nintendo. I love Nintendo games. A great game that was on the Super Nintendo was Donkey Kong Country, in which classic arcade character Donkey Kong was on an epic quest to get his bananas back that were stolen from him by a crocodile. I didn't realise how strange this game was until I said it out loud. This game was truly groundbreaking. The graphics were so advanced that it stunned people that it was even possible to achieve them using a 16-bit system. Throw into the mix gameplay that was extremely addictive as well as varied, and you've won the best platformers of all time. Another Super Nintendo game that I remember playing and loving was Super Mario Kart. This game pretty much invented the concept of a cartoon racing game, and as a result it inspired many knockoffs that all tried to outdo it but all failed. The genius of this, and all versions of Mario Kart, is that it's easy to pick up and play this game, but it's extremely difficult to master, if that makes any goddamn sense. It was in and around this time that I first used a PC, and I wasted no time in getting games for it. One of the very first games I remember playing just so happens to contain one of the all-time greatest things ever put into a game.
Disco dance!
How this game was never nominated for Oscars, I'll never know.
Just for the record, who gave you this information? Space aliens?
I mean, they did get Regina Bird Smith. Yes! The Regina Bird Smith! I can't believe it either. I mean, I think you'll all remember her brilliant performance as Yelling Woman in that chilling papal cab. I mean, not since Tobias Fuke played Frightened Inmate number 3 has a performance moved a nation.
Oh, by the way, I was being sarcastic.
Well, duh.
All joking aside, I did legitimately play Phantasmagoria 2 back in the day before Noah Antweiler's Let's Play / riff tracks in the game, and the acting in this game is fucking horrendous. It's so horrendous. It is as bad as the time I got food poisoning and had the shits for 4 fucking days. The game is also hard as well. I couldn't beat this motherfucking game without the aid of a fucking walkthrough. Seriously man, fuck this game and fuck it hard. Around a year later I picked up another game for the PC called Kingpin Life of Crime. In this game you take control of a low-level criminal, but he has ambitions to rule the urban criminal underworld. And guess what happens during this game? That's right, you chart his rise to the top. I loved this game growing up, but if I was to be honest with myself, the only reason I think I really did love this game growing up was for 2 things. One, it had violence. The second was the swearing. And let's face it, when you're an adolescent male, all you need for a game to be awesome is violence and swearing. Also, it didn't hurt that the game starred Ving Rhames.
I'ma call a couple of hard pipe-hitting niggas to go to work on the homes here with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch.
But growing up I never really got into PC gaming. I preferred the instant fix that console gaming gave me. And with that, this scatterbrain look at some of the games I played growing up is done and dusted.
Disco dance!